Today, I'm 27 years old. I'm standing in the center of this massive high-tech garage in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have the best equipment money can buy, specialized lifts, diagnostic computers, and a parking lot full of luxury European cars waiting for service. We are, without question, the top-rated shop in this city. But if I close my eyes, I'm right back in that small, stuffy, cluttered, one-bay garage in Detroit. The one that smelled like stale coffee, cigarette smoke, and gear oil, the one where it all began. I grew up in a working class home, a good home. My mom was the front desk manager at a local hotel. She worked long, thankless hours, but always had a smile for us. And my dad, he was a mechanic as long as I could remember. The garage wasn't just his job, it was his sanctuary. When I turned 15, my friends were busy hanging out at the mall, playing video games, just being kids. I was running to my dad's shop every chance I got, every brake job, every engine swap, every suspension tuning. It was all magic to me. He taught me everything he knew. He didn't just show me how to turn wrenches. He taught me to listen to the machine. He taught me to respect the craft. And in the evenings, after the customers left, we'd close the bay doors and work on her. His dream car, a 1966 Ford Mustang fastback. It was rusted out and the engine was dead, but he treated it like a masterpiece. We built it together. The years flew by. I turned 20. The Mustang was finally done, finished in a deep metallic blue. That V8 rumbling with perfect synchronization. A wealthy neighbor had spent the last year begging my dad to sell it, but Dad just laughed and shook his head. Then came that Tuesday. The phone rang. I saw Dad's face drain of color, commercial loan default, and medical bills. $20,000. He tried to hide the struggle to protect us, but the walls were closing in. Dad broke. He sold the Mustang to the neighbor for pennies on the dollar to save the house, but it wasn't enough to save the shop. The family business was gone. Dad started drinking heavily. The shouting matches with my mom were constant. Mom was exhausted, coming home from the hotel with a look of pure emotional defeat. I couldn't watch them drown. I had to leave. I had to earn enough to give them back what they lost. I grabbed one suitcase and moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I thought it would be easier in a bigger city. It wasn't. I worked construction, warehouses, delivery gigs, anything. I couldn't settle. I missed the smell of the shop. I missed the satisfaction of fixing something. I was drowning in a sea of minimum wage jobs, feeling like I'd failed before I even started. One night, I'm walking home exhausted in the rain. I see a Ford F-150, an old work truck, stranded at the curb. The driver is cranking the key, the starter turning over, but nothing happening. He's furious, slamming his fist on the dashboard. I couldn't just walk by. I knocked on the window. "Hey man, you need a hand?" He rolls it down. "I'm 3 hours late to see my family and this piece of junk is dead." I popped the hood. I had my phone flashlight. It was a classic F-150 issue, but invisible if you didn't know these trucks. A simple cracked vacuum line to the fuel regulator had slipped off, flooding the engine. I used my knife to trim the hose, reattached it, and cleaned the connection. "Try it now." The massive V8 instantly roared to life. He jumped out, shocked. "Man, you're a magician. Come back with me. My wife made steak and you just saved my night." Over dinner, Andrew asked what I did for work. I admitted I was looking for any garage job just to be near cars again. Andrew froze, then nearly choked on his drink. "You're a mechanic on this level and you're looking for work?" My cousin Mark owns a major shop downtown. They've been looking for a real diagnostic tech for months. These new kids only know how to plug in a computer. They don't know how to think. The next morning, I stood in Mark's shop. He gave me a classic diagnostic test, a car with a ghost electrical problem that his senior techs couldn't find for a week. 40 minutes later, I had the car running perfectly. Mark just looked at me and said, "Welcome to the team, Bill." I worked like my life depended on it. 14-hour days, Within 2 years, I was managing the whole facility. I was finally sending real money home. When the opportunity came to take over the business, I called my dad. Pack your bags, Pop. I need you down here. We're opening the best shop in Charlotte, and I can't do it without you. Watching him walk into our own state of the art facility, seeing that spark of pride come back into his eyes, that was the real victory. But my mission wasn't complete. I secretly flew back to Detroit, tracked down that neighbor, and bought back the 1966 Mustang for double what he paid. When the closed transport arrived at the shop in Charlotte, I asked my mom to lead him to the back lot. The ramp came down, and that perfect deep blue fastback caught the Carolina sun. Dad froze. He stared at the scratch on the glove box, the one we'd put there when I was 16. I dropped the keys into his shaking palm. You taught me everything, Dad. You gave up your dream to save us. I just needed to return the favor. We made it.